don't let your mouth open up, cause you don't wanna see that handgun open up. No, don't let your mouth open up, cause you don't wanna see that automatic open up. Ain't no snitches riding with us, old motor mouth niggas can holler front. Can't no loose lips get on my yacht. I leave player haters at a dock, watch. Man, from people being called tattletales to snitches get stitches to anthems like that from Lil Wayne, old school Weezy, like it's been embedded in our system to not tell, don't cooperate at all. And although for so long it seemed like the cool thing to do, we've seen that it's been a very big detriment to our society. And the reason being is because it's allowed dudes to just be wilding out, just free of consequences. In today's time, the conversation around snitching is like at an all-time high, with the rap industry being smack dead in the middle of one of the most high-profile RICO cases of this decade. And that involves record label YSL, which is headed by Atlanta rapper Young Thug and features the star Atlanta rapper Gunna. Now, hip-hop introduced gangster culture to the mainstream, and over the years, we've all learned the rules, and right before our eyes, we're seeing each of them being broken by the rappers that we love. So now conflicted fans are ready to have a conversation. Why are we so against snitching? Especially when we are protecting the people that harm the black community, that takes the lives of our black men, also black women too. And to that I say, it's better late than never. Let's talk about it. Now, the first time in recent years that we've seen a high-profile snitch was Tekashi 6ix9ine, and that was when he decided to tell on his crew he was riding with, which is called the 9 Trey Bloods, I believe. I hope I'm saying it the right way. Now, they faced a similar RICO case to YSL, but theirs was a federal RICO case. YSL is a state charge. Now, 6ix9ine came up with the reason to tell his fans why he told, but simply he was a millionaire that didn't want to sit in jail for a crazy amount of years. And now the most recent high-profile snitch is Gunna. Now, this situation is a very unique one because although Gunna may never actually take the stand, he accepted a plea deal, and within that plea, he completely contradicts the defense of his co-defendant / label head, Young Thug.
Yes, ma'am. And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the game to the detriment of my community. YSL as a game must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement? Yes.
Now, we still have yet to see if Gunna will actually be subpoenaed to testify as a state witness, but that video was enough to convince the hip-hop industry that Gunna isn't following by the street rules, and this led to a diss by former collaborator Lil Durk.
Pray for the girls who died from BBL. What happened to Virgil, we probably gon' tell.
That set off a chain of his affiliates unfollowing him on social media such as Meek Mill, Polo G, and ladies and gentlemen, this one right here hurt so many people, man. Lil Baby even unfollow Gunna. The Little Baby, who has a diamond record with Gunna, Drip Too Hard. Like, damn, man, that hurt my heart, bro. It reminds me of the breakup with Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, which coincidentally is directly linked to this damn RICO case. It's crazy as hell, right? Crazy as hell. But that's another story for another time, and y'all probably not that interested in that storyline right there. So let's continue. Now, before this reaction from Gunna's former industry homies, Tekashi 6ix9ine was wondering why wasn't Gunna receiving the same energy that he was when he snitched. Now, the gangster rap world is more than likely going to keep that same energy, but the normal civilians, I don't think they're going to care that much to keep the same energy that they had for Tekashi 6ix9ine with Gunna. And this is the reason why. The main difference is that Tekashi actually antagonized folks, stirred up drama every damn day on Instagram, and instances that he instigated were actually on the indictment that got his crew arrested. The fans ain't forget that shit.
Where you at? You gonna be in your crib or you gonna be in social hotel? Huh? I got a 30 pack room right now, bro. 30 pack. Swear to God, I got a 30 pack, bro. What's up, family? What's up?
In Gunna's situation, had he not been arrested in a car with Young Thug that contained guns and drugs, he possibly wouldn't have been indicted at all. See, Gunna's guilty through association. Tekashi is guilty through participation. Totally different. So some folks feel sorry for Gunna putting himself in his position, surrounding himself with these people, but in Tekashi's situation, he was the mastermind of his situation. Therefore, people lack sympathy. Nevertheless, Hot 97's legendary New York DJ Funk Flex looked like he's ready to let bygones be bygones with Tekashi and put out this message right here. So Flex spoke to Jim Jones Capo. He expressed that for him, there will never be any tolerance for testifying and corroborating. In today's era, Jones and I may disagree on the why or the why not the music should play of people who cooperate, but we both agree that times might have changed and integrity is fully lost. What's everyone's opinion? For me, I'm no longer not playing 6ix9ine music anymore. Speak for myself only. Obviously, according to reports, the trend almost a lot of current rappers since and before 6ix9ine consists of cooperating and testifying. Be clear, many of your favorite artists cooperate with law enforcement. Don't let me call names. Man, who we kidding? It seems that these new rappers ain't doing 10 to 20 years with for nobody. They not doing 5 years. Names updated. So Bobby Smurder, Roddy Rebel, Fetty Wap, Boosie, IBL, Casanova, Chef G, Young Thug are the last on that stand-up tradition. 6ix9ine, you got any new music? Send it. So Flex has also been trolling Atlanta artists. You know the South versus New York rivalry. He's spiking that up with this whole situation, using this as a pawn in that. But to carry on this conversation, should the black community change its stance on snitches, and how did we arrive here in the first place? Let's talk about it. Now, there used to be reasonable reasons to not snitch, and one of them used to be to not lose your life. Nowadays, that threat still stands, but it's not as bad as it used to be because we have known informants walking around carefree. Another reason to avoid snitching was that people just didn't want to throw a black man into the prison system. But as I grow up, I realize some people are simply threats to the society, and that trade-off makes sense to take one person off the map rather than that one person destroying multiple lives in the free world. But to me personally, my only issue with snitching is it's been used as a get out of jail free card. I believe that people should be held accountable for their actions, and if you want to live that life, you got to reap what you sow. The negative consequences behind an action should deter you from performing said action. But people just rather rap their way out of jail after doing some fucked up shit, and I don't think that's cool at all. Honestly, I find the criminal that accepts accountability and does his damn time, I find him more respectable than the rat who doesn't accept any accountability for what they did. They just want to snitch. They go ahead and get back in the streets to cause more destruction. If you guys want an example, a YSL member, SB. That guy right there, a member of YSL, was on the streets, allegedly involved in some murders, got arrested, snitching, in jail, XYZ, got back out on the streets, was allegedly involved in some more murders. Those are the worst type of people. In my opinion, that's a rat.
SB stands accused of murdering 2 members of Inglewood family. He identified 3 members of Inglewood family in a murder in which he was a surviving victim, and he's claimed in court his life is in danger within jail and prison, along with his active keep away order from other inmates.
Everything I'm saying, I'm only speaking about criminals. I'm referring to criminals. Civilians cannot be snitches. Victims cannot be snitches. If you witness somebody on some bullshit, don't be dumb. Protect yourself and protect your community, Make people think twice before living that life. It's too much legal money out here to be dealing and scamming. It's too many voids in our community. We can be focused on building infrastructure, but instead we're focused on building criminal enterprises. Like, just join the brothers that's out here that's getting money the right way. They out here. And they need the same amount of attention that these rappers and entertainers get. I'm not saying that we can't have any entertainment in our life, but I think that at this point in time, we're smart enough to make room for real information that we need to go ahead and proceed and get better as a community. We should be able to compartmentalize all this information to have fun, take things in as entertainment, and also not adapt the characteristics of these characters that we see that's being portrayed on these, whatever we watching, movies or music videos or whatever. I think we should put responsibility on ourselves to be able to decipher through the bullshit to make ourselves better. Like, we just recently celebrated Martin Luther King Day. I know it's barely any black man that will get any respect on the same level of Martin Luther King if they not rapping or singing a hook. So once again, expand your mind. Take entertainment for entertainment. Black culture doesn't have to be criminal culture. Let's separate ourselves from that idea. So with that being said, yeah, I believe that black folks should adjust their stance when it comes to snitching. And also our stance towards anyone that's committing any criminal activity to change as well. They should receive the same shame as the snitches. Therefore, we can remove this cool factor from this shit and get our young boys up out of this headlock. Now, it's going to be a long battle. It's going to be a long battle, but that's my thoughts on this topic right here. I hope you enjoy sitting here and listening to me rant, but let's keep this conversation going. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to get out of here, though. It's your boy Stacy. I fuck with you. The reason why is you fucks with me. Hey, I'm out.